Hey, Steve here, Offroad Grind and Bentley Custom Off-Road, and today I'm splicing up a rope, a winch rope that we've got. This is our second rope, so we already have one on our truck. And I got this Factor 55 fast fid, they call it. I have no idea why they call it that, but it is a fast fid, and it's actually a line repair tool. So there's a bunch of different ones out there, and they're specific for different size ropes. So I've got a 3/8 inch rope here that you can see. It's all daisy chained together. So I've already cut the end off the rope because this isn't actually going to go on our winch. This is just going to go in a bag in our recovery kit. So I've gotten rid of this part here, cut it off, and this is designed to actually repair a rope, but I want to put one of these. This is already on the end of this rope, so I want to take one of those, that same thing. So I got this, and I'm just going to splice this into the end of the rope. I'm going to show you how that works. Really simple, and I have not done this before, but I've figured it out how it looks like it's going to work, so we're going to try that. So this here is kind of like a little Chinese finger trap. I'm going to try not to get my finger in there because it's really hard to get out with one hand. Actually, I did that the other day, and my wife Michelle had to help me get it out because I couldn't get my finger out of it. So I'm going to open this up like this, just squeeze it and compress it, and it opens up like that. So it creates a big hole on the end. And then I'm going to feed this end that I've cut into that little basket, I guess you could say, and like that. And I'm just going to slowly release that, keep that rope sucked in there. And so now that rope is stuck in there. And so now I can pull it through the other rope. So how that looks, so what we're going to do is figure out where I'm going to feed this into the rope, right? So I've got to create a bit of a loop in here. And so this is going to go down to the end here. It's going to go all the way down to there. So taking about that much rope. And as you can see on here, this is the end. This is where they've already spliced the end of their rope. Kind of looks like a snake has swallowed something. So they've got the rope pulled down, so it goes in and back in again, and then down the center of the rope. And so this tail end here is going to end up about that far from the end. So I've already kind of factored that in. Here's kind of where it's going to end up once I get it all put together. The loop end is going to be about here, right? About there, and then it's going to go in here. So what I want to do, obviously, and this is something I would totally do, is forget to put this on after feeding it all through. So we're going to feed that through first, and hopefully this goes through. Yeah, it's going to work. So I'm going to pull that through there. That's awesome, because I was trying to figure out how I was going to get this frayed end of this rope pushed through this sucker. So that's good that that worked so easily. And now we're going to feed that back through there. I think that's about where I want it. Let's see, maybe a little bit more. Let's do that. Okay. And so then I'm going to push this back through there. Same kind of deal, but the other way. And what this does, this end, is it creates a bigger radius. And I'm just telling you what I've learned online. It creates a bigger radius of the end of the rope, because if you just wrap this plain rope around something like itself, it's going to so much tension when you start loading this up, pulling things out, or pulling yourself out of a ditch or something, and it tends to split the rope at the end. So we want to increase turn radius, and that's why we use, they call it a thimble or a fitting or something like that. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go into the rope, as you can see on here, right? Kind of goes through the rope and out the other side, and then back through the rope, right? So it goes through and then back through and then down the center of the rope, because this is hollow inside. So we're just going to squeeze the rope like this, open it up, right? Push this through the center. Pretty simple. That's so easy. That's great. So that creates, no, I didn't like that. Yeah, I guess that would work. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So that goes through the center, right? Like that. Now we're going to go back through and out the other side. maybe like 4 or 5 of these little coil things. All right, back through the other way, back through, right through it. Right, so snugging that up. And now, see how that looks? Yep. Now we're gonna go through a couple of these guys here, and then, so open this up, maybe, I don't know, 3/4 of an inch, half an inch down, and then get the coils of the rope separated so that I can create, so you can see that kind of hollow core inside. I'm gonna do that all the way down to where I think I'm gonna end this fid, right? I guess that's what it's called. And how far that's gonna go down here to pull that tail through. So if I look at it, it's probably gonna come down to around here somewhere. So I'm gonna go right down. I'm just gonna open that up, create some space in there. That feels like it's gonna work. I'll just go all the way down to where I think it was gonna go. In that way, I've got enough. Okay, so now I'm gonna pick a spot, another 3/4 of an inch down, maybe there, and then just start feeding this line all the way down the center of this rope and making sure it stays in the center so that it has that whole Chinese finger trap concept going on the whole time. I'm gonna see it came out the side there. I don't want that. I wanna keep it in the center. There we go. Just like a snake swallowing something. Like a little tight here. There we go. Awesome. Yeah, that's working good. It's actually pretty good to practice because you can actually do this not just for splicing something here at home to get ready for off-roading, but also to fix your rope out in the field. Okay, so now I think I've got that plenty of the way down there. Probably I'm gonna pull it out. I'm just gonna start feeding it back through, I think, here. Actually, I think I'm plenty of the way down the end. Actually, it doesn't matter how far down I go. Okay, that's probably plenty. Actually, let me just a little bit further. Come on. There we go. If I mess it up, I can always redo it. Okay, I'm gonna pull it out around there. And now I'm just gonna pull this whole deal into the rope itself. Just snugging it up like this. I got it good. Actually, is that? Yeah, no, that's good. Okay. So just making sure I like that. So I'm starting to trap it already. I just gotta keep this really opened up. It's sucking it in good. Just wanna suck it in without getting it tight because it's going to close on itself. There we go. That's working. See, that's almost in now. Just keep pushing this back. There we go. So that's what I want it to look like. That's nice and tight. And then I can just feed this through. And see, that's already starting to come out the end. So I want to feed this back. There we go. So there's the end of the rope. So I want to make sure that stays up in here. So now I can start to, actually, I think what I need to do is pull this out. Yeah, I think that's going to work. Pull this out like that, and then release the rope and then suck this back up inside it. And hopefully I got the distance right. So I'm going to grab the end. Just found if I push this on my stomach here, anchors the end, and then grab that basket and then just pull that out. There we go. So now I can just wiggle this along. Start here. Yeah, perfect. So that's gone up inside the rope. I think I got it perfect. I got really lucky there. So that's all inside. There we go. So as you pull on the winch rope here, if I'm hooking this onto, say, a soft shackle and attaching it to my other winch, if I needed an extension, then this is exactly what I'm looking for here to help me extend my winch line, because this now is just like a good Chinese finger trap along here. As you really tighten this up, it's just going to grip onto itself. So I've got enough line there, which was another 2 or 3 inches more than what they did on the rope when they sent it. So anyways, that's how that works. Hopefully that was useful information. And yeah, this works great. So I'll put the link to this, but you can get these anywhere, Factor 55, great stuff. Not inexpensive. I think this is like 50 bucks or something, but I could see how this would be super useful. And it's universal, so this will work with any size rope. Whereas a lot of, and it has a little gauge here as well, so you can, it tells you where to actually put the rope through. But I'm sure, I think this can work with, it says here, 3/8 inch, 7/16, ½ inch. And it's telling you how far to bury it, but you could probably get this through any hollow core rope. So hopefully that was useful. Have a great day. Cheers, bye.